Well, hello everyone. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com. Today I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful canvas. I know it looks like a card, but it's actually a canvas. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I will show you this right now where I got it. It looks just like this. They have them in all different sizes. The one I'm using today is 5x7, but they come in 4x6, 5x7, 6x8, 9x11. I think they're like about 6 different sizes, and of course they're at Dollar Tree, so they're only $1. So I've had a bunch of these that I wanted to use up, and I was doing a class last week and we were doing this framed art. This is an 8x10 framed art. Hopefully you can see it without the glare. Let me get my computer going so I can make sure I can see myself and see what you guys are seeing. Hold on. Okay. All right. So you can kind of see the light in that. Hopefully I'll turn it a little bit. All right. So this is the framed art that I did the other day, and my customers just loved it. Oops, I think it's a little bit low. So I wanted to do 2 different projects. One was the framed art, and then I wanted to do also a canvas to go with it. So my friend Faith made me this beautiful card that is almost exactly the same, which is this one. So you can see they're almost identical. So I loved this card so much, I said, I'm going to do a canvas out of it. So I just made it bigger and then put it with dimensionals on top of the canvas. And then you could just hang this on the wall if you want to. Just put a nail, hang it on the wall. Or you could get one of those little holders. They also have at the Dollar Tree, which you could set this in the holder and just put it on a shelf or something. But it is just so cute, and everybody loved it. So I wanted to show you how I did it. So let's get started. Let me show you first of all the products you're going to need. So we're using things from the Spring Mini Catalog, which still has another month or so. Let's see, 2 months left because it's almost April. So we've got April and May left. So we're using the Friends Are Like Seashells suite. And today I'm going to be using the embossing folder, which is still not available. It should be in hopefully in the next week or so. And we're using the stamp set, Friends Are Like Seashells, and the dies that go with it. And also, let me show you the 3 cards I forgot to pick winners for the other day. So, if you're, uh-oh, I just lost a Post-it. Uh-oh, hold on one second. Well, I don't know where it went. Oh well. So this one was won by Anja, A-N-J-A. It did not have a last name with it. So Anja, if you are watching this video in the replay or on Facebook Live now, you won this card. So make sure you email me. You can just send me a message on Facebook, or you can email me on my YouTube channel in the comment section and give me your address. This one was the Dragonfly card I did a little while ago. And the winner of this one is Penny McGuire. So Penny, if you're watching this one, make sure you email me, and I'll send you this in the mail. And also this card, the winner is Frances Chrisman. So make sure you guys email me, and I will put these in the mail to you guys as soon as I hear from you. So let me show you the exact products. So the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set is this one. It's much smaller on the picture here than it is in the catalog and in real life. The stamps are a lot bigger. So like for instance, these are all stuck together. All right, so mine are all stained red because I've used pink ink on them. So you can see the difference in the size of the picture that's on here and the actual stamp. So the stamps are bigger than this. They're shown at 75%. And then you also have the embossing folder and the dies that match, and they go perfectly together. So you can just cut and emboss, or emboss and then cut. I like to emboss then cut, but it doesn't really matter. They come out the same either way. But it matches up perfectly. And then I also used the seabed embossing folder, and this is in the big catalog on page 185. So that's what you need to make it. And then we also need the paper supplies, which are here. So we've got 4x6 Coastal Cabana, 3 3/4 by 2.5 Coastal Cabana, 3 3/4 by 2 Misty Moonlight, 3 3/4 by 1 1/4 of the white. And this is already embossed with that seabed embossing folder. a scrap of white for your starfish, and then this is the shimmery white cardstock, and it was 5.5 by 4.25, and I already went ahead and embossed it and die cut it. So I started with a quarter sheet, 5.5 by 4.25. So that's what you need to make this, and also a piece of ribbon. This is the white crinkly one, and it is 8 inches. So you need that too. So if you want to take a screenshot of that real quick, then I'll get started. All my pads just fell over. And let me get all this stuff out of the way. All right, so let me see. Oh, I forgot the other ribbon too. You need this one, which comes in the, I think it's maybe Flowers for Every Season. I'm not positive. It's a 3-pack where you get a white, a green, checkered one, and this one. And so all of those, and that is carrying over. I found out it's in the new catalog too. And I actually got to see the new catalog. It's absolutely beautiful. You guys are gonna love it. All right, so let's get started. First, I'm gonna do the, I think the Coastal Cabana. So we'll just do the seashell on here. Make sure you have a pad underneath your workspace whenever you're doing the photopolymer stamps, because they don't have any foam on them, so you want to put some foam underneath yours so that you can get a really good image. And I'm going to be stamping this in Coastal Cabana. And just ink it up really good, or really well. I just used all these at class the other day, and I don't think I've re-inked them, but hopefully it's going to be dark enough. So just line it up. I'm going to try and get it without getting my head in the camera. And let's just hold it for a second. And there you go. Oh, that came out really good. All right, so that's that one. And that's all we need with the Coastal Cabana. And then we're going to use our chamois to clean this, because I've got to use it again. So I'm just going to wipe it off on here. And if you don't have a chamois, you need to get one, because they're great. They're just little pads that you wet, and then you can clean your stamps right there instead of having to go to the sink or wherever every time you use them. All right, so now we're going to do the smaller piece of Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to be using the Bermuda Bay. And this is the larger shell. It looks like kind of a snail shell, or a escargot, I guess, if you're going to eat it. I did have escargot one time. I thought I would never eat something like that, but we were on the cruise to Greece, the Greek islands. Hey, Sharon. And when we were on the cruise, everybody was getting it every night, and they were talking about how wonderful it was, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I could eat it. But I did try it, and it absolutely was good. It tasted just like mushrooms, actually. If somebody hadn't told me that it was escargot, I never would have even known. All right, so there's our shell on there, and then we don't need that one anymore. And then we're going to do this conch shell again, and we're going to use the white craft pad. So the white craft pad is a little bit spongier than the other ink pads, so you got to be really careful. And I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper underneath this to do this one, because I'm going to go off the page. So get it really good and inked up, but you don't want to mash it in there, because if you do, all the ink's going to come oozing up out of there. So I think I'm going to do it like this way, kind of off the page a little bit. And then I'm going to do one more up at the top, like that. All right, that's going to take a minute to dry, and I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. So while that is drying, I'm going to do the other ones. So I've got my starfish, and this is wet, so I'm going to turn it over. And we've got the words, and we've got another shell to do. So the words are going in the Misty Moonlight, so is the starfish, and so is the shell. And you can see somebody accidentally did the white craft pad in here, and I haven't had a chance to clean it, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to try and line this up as close to straight as I can at the top, and stamp, and then I'm going to go next to it, stamp again, and that's pretty straight, so that's good. Then I'm going to go down and do another one right underneath it in the middle, and another one over here, and then ink it up again and stamp off, and there we go. So you just have all your words on there. Let me do another dark one right here on the edge. There we go. All right, so we've got all of our words on there pretty straight. I guess you could use the Stamparatus if you wanted it perfect, but I don't really care if it's perfect or not. So it's pretty close, so that's good enough for me. And then we're going to take our starfish. Try not to get ink on your finger like I do all the time. And stamp that. And then I'm going to take the blender pen, which I've just lost. I had it just a minute ago. What did I do with it? Hold on. I just had it sitting right here, and now it's disappeared. I just love it when I lose stuff right in the middle of a video. Oh my gosh, what did I do with it? I probably threw it in my bucket. Dang, where is it hiding? Oh well. We're going to use the Wink of Stella instead, because I just had the blender pen here 1 second ago. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, it's on the floor. Okay. All right, so now I found it. All right, so we're going to take our starfish and a blender pen and just open up your lid. And I've already squished it together to get some ink in here. So I'm just going to take the blender pen and wipe it in there, and then just get some really light color. I don't want too much on here. And just go around and then kind of put a little bit more in there. So I've just highlighted the middle of that starfish. And then I'm going to take the Wink of Stella and go over top of that and give it some sparkle. And there you go. So can y'all see that sparkly? Hey, Diane. So hopefully you can see that. And then, oops, I forgot. We got to do one more shell. So let me put that back closed. And I cut this out ahead of time, so I have one already done. So y'all don't have to watch me cut. All right, so this should be dry by now. And we're just going to go ahead and stamp. This is the smaller conch shell. So I'm just going to kind of fill in where there's a little bit of empty space. So put a couple on here, and I'm going to do one off right next to that. And maybe down here. There we go. All right, so that looks pretty good. And then we're going to do some sprinkling on here. So I've got my Stampin' Blend in Misty Moonlight, and this is the light Misty Moonlight. So we're going to do this cool technique that I do a lot now. So let me get this off the scrap paper so you can see it better. All right, so we've just got this. You know what? I'm going to wait and do it all after I get it put together. So hold on a second. Let me glue this down to the back piece, and then we'll do it. So you're just going to glue this down. I'm going to use the green Tombow glue. Hey, Debbie. And we're going to put this right here near the bottom. Leave a little bit of a border all around it. And then you're going to put the white one that's embossed right in the middle. And then I need to cut that conch shell out because I forgot to do that ahead of time. But it's really easy to cut out because it's halfway done for you. All right, and then some on here. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Mine was pretty good. I had to work, but it wasn't too bad. Nothing exciting happened. How's the weather in Michigan, Debbie? Is it still cold there, or has it warmed up some? Here it's beautiful today, but it's a little bit chilly. It was in the 80s this weekend, and now today's only in the 60s, so it's a little bit chilly. But hopefully spring is here. We seem to always go from winter straight to summer and don't get a spring. My grass needed to be mowed. I don't know if you guys heard the story the other day when I mowed the grass and my lawnmower broke, so I had to push. It broke about not even halfway through, and so I ended up having to push the mower the rest of the time. And I have a very steep backyard, and let me tell you, that was a workout and a half. So I had the guy come today, and he picked it up, and he's going to try and fix it. And I thought just the self-propelled thing was broken, but also the blade is broken. So that's another reason it wasn't cutting very good. So hopefully that's not going to cost a fortune, but my grass already needs to be mowed again because I fertilized it. So I just mowed Friday, and now already it's looking like it needs mowing again. So by the time he fixes it, I don't know what it's going to look like. All right, so here's what we've got. We put this together. We're going to take this Stampin' Blend, and then you need something else like a pen or anything. Another marker would work too. And you're just going to tap this pretty hard, and you make sure you got the brush tip out. And you're just going to tap it all over your picture. And you can see it leaves little splatters everywhere. Isn't that cool? So you can see it really good on the white. It's not showing up so much on the dark, but you can see it all over. But I think that is so cool. You can see it all over my paper too. All right, so that's what we're going to do with that. Then I'm going to put the shells on here, and we're going to do a splatter with the Wink of Stella, which gives you really, really pretty color. So what we're going to do is put some tape on the back of this, and you want to put it all over. And then I've got my ribbon. This is about 8 inches of ribbon. And my shell's going to go like this. And I want to put like the letter N on the back of this. I'm going to start at the bottom, coming off the edge, and just go up and then loop it down, have a little loop, press it down, and then loop it back up. So it's making like the letter N here. And I have a little bit too much ribbon, but that's okay. Actually, let me make it bigger. So see how we did that? We just made an N. So it went up, looped, up, and then down, and then looped again. Just like the letter N. And then I think I'm just going to trim that just a little bit. All right, so then we're going to put some more tape on top of that. And I'm going to take this one, and I just leave this one on the roll because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to use, but I'm just going to wrap it around 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3 times until it meets up with the other side. And then just cut it. So it looks like a little lasso there. It's kind of not even, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter if you got too much. All right, but I like to use 3 loops. So then I'm going to take it and pinch it in the middle and kind of twist it. And not twist it too much. It's kind of twisting on itself, but that's okay. All right, so then we're going to put that down right in the middle. Actually, I'm going to play with it a little bit first. I'm going to pull some from different sides. So you have some loops that are bigger than others. And then we're going to put it down on the back. So that one's that one. You don't want to keep pulling the same one back and forth. That kind of defeats the purpose. All right, so that looks pretty good. It looks like a mess, I know, but once you stick it on the back, it's going to be really pretty. So I want that to come like from the top left to the bottom right. So it's going kind of like that. And this one I want down at the bottom, so I'm just going to pull that down on the back and have it coming out the bottom like that. So these are going to be down at the bottom. And just make sure it's all stuck on your tape. And I don't know why this one wants to keep twisting around, but that's okay. We'll just let it twist. I'll just tape it down so it stays like that. All right, so we've got these loops all over the back. So doesn't that look pretty? And then, let's see. You know what? I don't have my sample right here. Hold on. What did I do with it? Oh, it's up there. Okay. All right, so that's what it looks like. And then we've got our little threads hanging down here. Make sure they're tapped down in place so they don't get unstuck there. You might need some more tape. Mine needs a little bit more tape, I think. Okay. All right, so you've got these little tails hanging down. Then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of that. So I hope I didn't make that look too hard. It's really easy. You just kind of got to play with it till you get it how you want it to look. All right, we're going to put like 3 dimensionals on the back of here. And then we're going to tack that down. I think I need one little half of one over here. All right, peel those off. Oh, it's sunny but chilly in Michigan. Yeah, I'm tired of this chilly weather. I'm ready for spring. I don't know why this one keeps twisting. That's aggravating. We're just going to leave it twisted. All right. Let's see if we can just do that. Okay. All right, so then we're going to put that down like this. And let's see. That looks pretty good. All right, then we're going to put our starfish on with the dimensional too. And I'm just going to kind of tuck that in here. Like that. All right, so then it's all inside the little ribbons and stuff. So doesn't that look pretty? Then I'm going to take it and do the Wink of Stella splatter. So same thing, you're just going to tap it against the pen, and when you do, it's going to create some little Wink of Stella splatters on there and make it sparkle. And I'll hold it up, hopefully you can see it. It's so pretty. I love it. Oh, you can see it all over my paper. Okay, so let me hold it up and hopefully you can see that sparkle on there. Can you see it? I can't see, my computer's like 20 seconds behind. Thanks, Diane. All right, so then we're going to put it on our canvas. So I need to open this one up because I didn't bring one already open. And if you guys haven't seen the retired list yet, please go to Stampin'Up.com. I'm going to do a blog post today. I just have been working all weekend and I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I'm going to do that today before I go to bed tonight. The retired list is out. I did mail it to all my customers if you're on my email list, so you should have gotten it already. Stuff is selling out already, so if there's anything you want, make sure you get it now. And there's lots of good stuff in the new catalog, but there's also a lot of my favorite things are going away, so I'm kind of bummed about that. And you know what's going away that's really, really bumming me out is my shimmer paint. So you guys know I use this shimmer spray for everything, and this is going away. So if you want to get it, I don't think it's sold out yet, but there's the Champagne Mist and there's also Frost White. So if you want to make that shimmer spray, and I'm going to keep on using mine because I just bought a ton of it. So even though it's retiring, I'm going to still have some because I love it. They took away my glitter first, and now my shimmer spray, my shimmer paint. And I use it on those shell things too, on those cards with the shells and other stuff. So you can do it on the embossing folders, and it's so pretty. All right, so put that down with your dimensionals. And there you go. So all done. So what do you guys think about that? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me some hearts and let me know what you think. And also, don't forget, you can always order at stampingwithlisa.com and make sure you check for my name, Lisa Freeman. Always check, make sure my name's on your order. So for some reason, Stampin' Up! Likes to change demonstrators like on you without warning and put you with somebody else. I don't know why. So make sure my name's always there. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys. Love you, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified every time I do a video. And also, please leave comments on YouTube and on here. And I usually pick a winner for everything that I do, but I'm not going to pick a winner for this one because that would be too hard to mail in a little envelope. I might do a card though. Maybe I'll go ahead and do a card just like the one Faith did for me and send that out. So leave a comment and I'll pick a winner. Also, girls, if you were one of the winners, don't forget Frances Chrisman, you won this one. Penny McGuire, and this was Anja. No last name on your comment, but just give me an email, let me know, and I will send those to you. You guys have an awesome rest of your day, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with the framed art. Is going to be the next one I do. So that's going to be a little bit of a long one. So have a great day, you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.